Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is part 5 of the video series Power BI with Python. This is continuation of part 4 where we have created a relational scatter plot with 5 parameters x, y, hue, style and size. In this video we will see building a line chart and its color palette. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. So let's get started. Let's move on to Power BI. So till now we have seen building a scatter plot. So building a scatter plot is the default option available for the relational plot using the seaborn library of Python. If we want to change this to a line chart, then we need to use the kind parameter. So this is what we created in our last video. We had the x parameter, y parameter, a data set, the hue, the region which is used for coloring, the segment that is in the style parameter for different styles, and the size was for quantity. For this video, I have just copied that visual and I have already written the code so that we can save some time. The only difference in my previous and this code is the kind parameter. In this kind we have to give line. Then you can see we are getting the line chart. Now let's move on to the building how to build the color palette. For building the color palette we will be using the color underscore palette function. In this video we will discuss three types of palette: the categorical, the sequential and the diverging. So here you can see I have used the color palette, that is the function, and I have passed some colors. The first parameter is the color and the second is the end colors, that is end color will determine like how many. If I have given my hue parameter, the end color should be equal to the number of rows in the hue column. Here in my hue the region is given, so you can see region has central, south, east and west, that is 4 rows. That is why I have used 4 in the end colors. So let's move on to the first type, that is the categorical palette. This is also called qualitative palette and are best when we want to distinguish discrete values. So let me show you. The categorical color palette will have certain options like set 1. Set 1 is by default the color which we are seeing here. It starts with red, then it has blue, followed with green, purple, orange, yellow, etc. The other options are using set 2, set 3, then paired, accent, etc. So these all comes under our categorical color palette. Here the set 2 which I am using, so I have created a variable colors and I have assigned the output of this color palette to this variable colors. Then I am using, in my plot I am using this variable palette and passing this colors to this. We can see here, so the set 2 which I am using here is consists of light blue, then a kind of creamish color, then a light, we can call it, that was beginning was first blue, this is kind of sky blue, then purple, then green, yellow, like this type. So you can see it has some bit lighter shades than the previous set 1 which was the default one here. Now let's move on to the second one. I'll just comment this out. The second is the sequential color palette. This kind of color mapping is appropriate when the data ranges from low values to high values. So the sequential one will be like single color, but it will be um, just feeding a kind of diverging the same color. Here I have used grays, so you can see it starts with a normal whitish color and then it will move on to higher shades of gray. Similarly, we can use blues, then we have reds, we have orange, etc. So these all comes under sequential one. The third which we will discuss is a diverging color palette. So you can see the output, it has a variance of gray. Now let's move on to diverging. Diverging is also like the sequential one, but in sequential we have single color, but in diverging we will have at least two colors, and this is used mainly where both our large and high value data sets are important. Here I will use this first one. So under diverging we have RDBU, which starts with the shade of red. In the middle it will become fully whitish type and then it will go from lower to darker shades of blue. The other options which we have here is RD grey, that is RDGY. It starts with shade of red similar as our RDBU and it will end up to a shade of grey. So you can see it has a reddish tinge and the bottom one has a blue tinge. So other thing I wanted to show you, if I change my end colors here to 5, I'll get an error because as I told you previously, there are 4 regions for me and that is what I have defined in my hue. So you can see the error will be this. The palette list has wrong number of colors. That means if you get this error, your hue column rows should be similar to the end colors. Thank you for watching.